Hello once again and welcome to another ATS video, American Truck Sim. So today is going to be a little different. I actually have, instead of a controller, I have a steering wheel to use. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm using the paddle shifters because I don't have a shifter and they are actually pretty loud, as you can probably hear. So I'll do my best to not shift extremely loud. We're doing a bit of a short job in the Kenworth W900. I just customized this truck out, and it says oversized load, but it's not an oversized load. We're actually just, I believe it's that tanker right there. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure. It could be. There's no arrow above it, so I'm not really sure. Oh, actually looks like it's over that direction. I did one load with this already, just because I wanted to kind of get a feel for it before I jumped into recording a video with it, just in case I was absolutely terrible at it. It's not a super far job. Not exactly sure how far it is, but we'll find out once we grab it here. I'll tell you one thing, the braking is really weird on this thing though. Not on the truck, on the pedals itself. There's a lot of resistance. I did a little bit of modification to make it better, so that it was actually possible to brake. Still not ideal, because I still might actually push my chair back. But it makes it a lot better to brake than it was before, so that's really nice to have, I suppose, compared to what it was. Also, like, the controller has vibrations, so it kind of shakes a bit. So it kind of throws me off a little bit, because it's not like realistic shaking, I guess. It's like shaking like your vehicle might be about to blow up, and I should probably stop. So the steering wheel that I am using is the Logitech. I always want to say Logitech for some reason. I don't know why. It twists me up. But the Logitech G920. It's obviously made by Logitech. Trying to set this up was actually very confusing, because you'd set it up and then it would tell you that the clutch pedal was for accelerating and the acceleration pedal was for braking and the brake pedal was for clutch, which doesn't really make sense because they're on complete opposite sides and positioning than each other. So I had to remap to get the acceleration, and then braking, it took me a very long time to figure out how to get it to actually use the brake as the brake, because if I tried to remap the braking as the brake instead of clutch, it wouldn't pick up that I was pressing anything. So it took me a little bit of time, and just it's kind of a pain to have that like, I don't even know what to say. It was just a pain to try to deal with and solve. But I got it figured out, and it seems to be working. The one thing that if I could change about this, would be how the brake pedal is so stiff. In terms of mods today, not really using any. I have the Kenworth, which is just the stock truck from, or not stock truck, but it is a base game truck. And well, I guess the engine is modded. I couldn't use the C500, the Kenworth, because the mod just didn't seem to want to work properly for me. I'm still looking to see if I can find any other ones, or maybe like some updates on some current ones that are out there. It doesn't seem like there are a lot that want to work with me. I don't know why I pressed downshift. I meant to signal. I'm used to signaling being on the left side, but I have the X and B as the signals, because the D-pad I have for turning and then camera angles. So it's a little bit confusing for signaling. If I get the shifter, which I'm thinking I might, I'll use the paddle shifters for the signal lights instead, which I couldn't use the Kenworth C500 because it wasn't working, and I decided to just get some engine mods instead to get new engines in, just to bump up the horsepower. It has more horsepower than the C500. C500 1,000 horsepower and then 5,000 torque. And then this has, I think it's like 1,400 horsepower, but only like 4,000 torque. So torque's a lot less, but it doesn't, I mean, it's not as fun to drive as the C500. So like I said, I'm still going to try to look for one. Hopefully I can find one, but I'm not really betting on it. I'm going to say that I'm probably going to have to scratch that until someone makes a good one or updates one and makes it work properly. Maybe I'll just get lucky and I'll find one that actually works. With these pedals and them being, well, the brake pedal being as stiff as it is, it makes my chair roll back. So I have a piece of cardboard jammed underneath one of my wheels so that it kind of acts as a stopper. It kind of works, but not the greatest. So when I brake, instead of like pushing flat-footed on it, I have to lift my heel off the ground and try to get like more of a downward force onto the pedal just to be able to brake without really like sliding my chair back, because I'm on hardwood floors. And if you watch the unboxing video, because this will come after the unboxing video, hopefully the unboxing video, hopefully I can upload it. If I can't, well, then I guess you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. This is a much different experience. It's a lot more immersive to drive like this than it is to drive with a controller like I had been before. And the main reason that I bought this because it was actually on sale. So I figured I might as well buy it when it's on sale than to pay full price, because it's like $100 off or something like that. It's nice for me. Get a good deal and a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely for a semi though, paddle shifting is not that great. I think in a racing game it'd be alright, but not for driving a semi. In my opinion anyway. I mean, it works, but it just doesn't feel right. Feels like I'm driving a sport semi or something. Alright, where do you need it? Right there. Oh, not too far. That's nice. And I'm still terrible at parking. I've already tested. I might even be worse at parking now. Let's back up nice and easy. Maybe I'm learning a bit more. But definitely off after the first one that I did. Oh man, I thought it was worse. Have to get her back over that direction a bit more. Straighten her out. Brake a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm probably about the same at parking as I was before. But now I have a steering wheel instead. That was actually a pretty clean parking job, if I do say so myself. Alright. I was like, what is the air brake again? Back in the cab, and we're finished. Nice short job just to kind of get a feel for the steering wheel here. It will probably be how I do my trucking videos from now on, because I have it, so I should use it. There's no point in going back to the controller if I'm going to be using this. I don't know what to say. It's a good steering wheel. It's fun. It's pretty solid. Kind of went over the feel of the steering wheel and the feel of the pedals. The brake pedal, if I could change one thing, it would be to make it less stiff, because it is very stiff. But I did little modifications that were recommended by people who had bought it, and Figured I would do it as well, just so I could actually brake, because without doing modification, you can't really brake the truck. You can turn up brake sensitivity all the way in-game and in the Logitech profile, Logitech gaming software, and it doesn't make a difference, really. So you pretty much have to make the adjustments if you want to use it for this, unless you use the clutch for brake. But if you have the shifter, then you really don't want to be doing that, I would say, because you want the clutch to be a clutch. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you next time.